MLA Joy Kisan suspects huge amount of funds meant for development of Thangmaiban AC misappropriated in the name of non-existent contractor. "24th Foundation Day of Mera Baibi set up to fight intoxicants and to safeguard human rights observed. Lawyer Lakpa Khairom, elected as new president of Manipur Hockey, says initiative being taken to set up hockey academy in state to produce excellent hockey players. Hello and a very good evening. Welcome to Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm KABITA TONGBRAM. ZDU MLA of Thangmaiban Assembly Constituency, Kumukjam Joy Kisan, has expressed suspicion over misappropriation of huge amount of funds meant for development in the name of non-existent contractor of Imphal Municipal Corporation. The MLA expressed his suspicion during an inspection visit along with a group of media persons to various sites in the constituency where development works were supposed to have been executed, but no work was done though payment had been apparently made. During the inspection visit, MLA Joy Kisan showed the retaining wall to be constructed in the Khoyathong Pond, the retaining wall of pond at Thangmaiban Thingel, drain to be constructed at Thangmaiban Lorungpure Laikai, culvert to be constructed at Thangmaiban Kabrabam Laikai, and the retaining wall to be constructed in the pond of Ibudho Tokpa Pung. No work had been done in all these sites, but payment had already been made, the MLA alleged. Addressing a press meet held at his residence, Joy Kisan said the IMC sanctioned Rs 10 lakh each for the retaining walls in the ponds located in 27 wards of the constituency with a view to preserving water. As part of these proposed works, the Khoyathong Pond, of which he had already constructed the retaining wall, was found included in the work programs. Not only this, 50 to 60% of the estimated amount for constructing retaining wall of a pond that does not exist at all in ward number 25, Major Khul, had also been found released, MLA Joy Kisan said.
IMC na tamo department su aina mamang sajare ngasi jare aina hari wo phamji lali hari gati jijiro ngoi go hayeng lang sile to puthopiro aduga mana lo thokiro pisadru sana na thabu sudo biro adu e public tamu sengdo ke adun aina hosi charge tawri sidi jijiro ngoi khoba tikadar se sajen abani fake ni, it's a ghost. IMC na create to ghost amani adun miyam ge lan to manna ba sajen abani thabam da sudan raba paisa se matlam malaga leiba adugumba fraud fake in noi amani se I saw story an honorable chief minister, honorable mort minister da masi athu matam da pharaga miyam with mata thadar ko senfam one bus ago tarang centrum se matli ba masle general sing se sara pi bag loina miyam gi mat kribat lantum sing do lokhalaga praja miyam gi thabak to view haiduna aina honorable chief minister am sum mort minister appeal to jari.
The 24th Foundation Day of Mera Baibi set up against intoxicants and to safeguard human rights was observed today. The observance was held at Tharo Devi Ground at Kurai Salanthong, organized by Mera Baibi Namid Observation Committee, a conglomerate of Poire Laimarol, the All Manipur Women's Voluntary Association Amawova, and Mera Baibi Welfare Association Kanglaipak Mebwak. Speaking on the occasion, President of Poire Laimarol Mera Baibi Apunba Manipur, Imal Longjam Memchobi, said the day is observed to commemorate the day Sinam Ongbi Priyani laid down her life while trying to save Manipur on May 28, 1980. The main objective of the observance is to follow the footsteps of brave women who died for the state to build a meaningful people's government and an equal society. She sought people's support to intensify the movement of Mera Baibi and not to mislead the true meaning of the movement. It is necessary for timely intervention in politics to achieve the goal of Mera Baibi, save a violation of human rights for a peaceful state, and to bring equality, Ima Longjam Memsawi further said.
Miyangi famna mapangkang day buka haunaru balai na tawai day matang sida ako gi me 28 sida ako gi Manipur gi miyanda ako gi kungchat tuba chache na kagday buka haunaru balai na lak akal sida asigumba miyangi hauja chakidore si bakata da ako gi tijago me na ako gi state sarkada ako gi Lubitu da ako gi ihau hauri ba ako gi lubi miyang siku Haraga, gari da hapaga, talantung da pubade, talantung jeda yora pada targa, neto dieta lagi da batu ki Iran ne, adu ki hoki ba, adu gumba, neto diet haida koina, mera pa bidunit na usa, yari na lagi da ba, numitubu koina, mera pa bidunit haida koi masih bau ko angto kuna lai. Sarkada, mera pa bida, kemau mai kemau re, koina koi mera pa bisi, wati matam da season na ba, koi mera pa bisi buju kali gumba matam da Bukit matanda makoise makoigi kulai wana sizinaba adugumba mera maibi chengdaba mera maibi karaso dum lay.
New executive body of Manipur Hockey has been elected for the term 2022-2026 with editor of Naharol Githaudang, Loya Lakpa Khoirom as the new president and chief editor of the Morning Bell and spokesperson of BJP Manipur Pradesh, Laimayum Bashanta Sarma as the new general secretary. Speaking as the new president of Manipur Hockey, Loya Lakpa Khoirom said his priority is setting up of a hockey academy in Manipur as soon as possible. Election of the 11-member executive body of Manipur Hockey was announced at the annual general body meeting with election by returning officer Laishram Sashibhushan. Prior to the announcement of the new executive body, outgoing president Dr. Basudev Singh, general secretary Seram Neken and other office bearers resigned from their respective posts, thus giving way for the new office bearers to take over. The newly elected members are President Loya Lakpa Khoirom, Vice Presidents Seram Neken and Chanambam Shakuntala Devi, General Secretary Laimayum Bashanta Sarma, Treasurer Ningombam Ranjit Maitei, Joint Secretaries N. Sanjoy and Chingangbam Memsha Devi, and executive members are Pangambam Bandhant, Seram Surjit Maitei, Ngoirangbam Thabalaima and S. Rina Devi. Editor-in-Chief of Mami TV, Brajendra Ningomba and Imphal correspondent of A&I, L. Chinglan have been appointed as Associate Vice President of Manipur Hockey, among others. Outgoing President Dr. Basudev Singh, outgoing General Secretary Seram Neken, President of Hockey India Gyanendra Ningombam, lifetime President Hockey Olympian Khetri Mayum Thoiba, and patron member Chairman of Babina Group of Companies, Dr. T.H. Doubly sat on the dais as the dignitaries. In connection with the occasion, President of Hockey India and former Vice President of Manipur Hockey, septuagenarian Gyanendra Ningombam was honored by giving him the most prestigious title of Architect of Manipur Hockey in recognition of his dedication and contributions to promote hockey not only in Manipur but also in the entire country. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. T.H. Doubly said, sportspersons of Manipur are inherently adept in the game of hockey. The game in which Manipur has produced maximum Olympians is obviously hockey, and state hockey players have potentials to make it to the Olympics in future too, Dr. Doubly said.
Manipur hockey ka personally ka manager pasi sahi tarah mati survive dili. Aduh sahi mari mana ki imam dili. Aise patron member na user company. Aduh hockey ko support to orang laksabani. Manipur siapa na sporting powerhouse ni. Jadi mayam na tumai cuma ni. Aduh sporting events ayam da Manipur ki contribution ni dia lagi da. Yang cuma thuda log na lai. The hockey issue is a great exception. Any team, Mama, India team, Manipur player yaudaba team si hockey team si yaudi. Masih takdi lady berkoi missing yang jadi terbang. Mayam berksi lagi hockey player na katholi basisu talent masagi loiba inherent talent kami yaudaba tu player ni na koi lobi. Norway na masing count over the Olympian masing have to count over the Manipur de hockey Olympian masing si in the maximum si hockey de hockey ni thalasi.
President of Hockey India, Gyanendra Ningombam, expressed his heartfelt joy and gratefulness to the Manipur Hockey for honoring him with the title Architect of Manipur Hockey. He said though he is entering 70 years period, he will never retire from hockey-related activities. He will continue to contribute his services to promote hockey in the state for the rest of his life.
Ngasi 2022 gi tang masulosraga anuwa tamama gi anuwa office bearers in khanbe dumba natural body making with election asigin medicine ayapo Manipur Hockey na architect of Manipur Hockey and title ma bibiraga ay honor to give say sukmati ay thamoida sukmati no ay pauti lunana very emotional maramde honors khapna dana ayakse ay sahi yada haji tare commander India ke sports court ke rule matugina as soon as 70 attend hoga should relinquish his sports like the Roman Morga. I'm just going to relinquish my post as soon as possible within a couple of days.
Newly elected President Loyalak Pakhoirom expressed his gratefulness to the outgoing office bearers of Manipur Hockey and all hockey lovers of the state, especially Olympian Khetrime Thoiba, for giving him an opportunity to contribute his might in promoting and developing hockey in Manipur. He said his first objective is to set up a hockey academy in the state to produce excellent hockey players. In this regard, he has already contacted the Union Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. He has also started talking with Chief Minister in Bahrain and Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Govindas Konthaujam about handing over of the hockey stadium at Kuman Lampak Sports Complex to Manipur Hockey so that it can use the stadium for tournaments and championships whenever the need arises without having to run to the Department of YAS to request it for the same and also maintain it on its own, Loyalak said.
I know, object pharmacy, Manipur hockey academy ma hangna na bukhona ba hada panthokiba sub junior gi napi musasugi laigiba tournament adu de lakhiba players sing ayamba academy gi dagi loina lakpa dagi madugi mogi fitness adu experience me adu uroba matungda tangai fadana Manipur da hockey gi academy ama hangda ba yadi haigi wakal ona sida ai yamna toina ai ministry ge phone Ministry dagi high matamda state government dagi proposal lakta bagi hai to state government dagi proposal lakna na ba ano ba puminari ba agi executive body de yauri ba mayam aduga tamo ganen doge advice guidance tamo basugi ayam thoi bagi makhoi punam ke advice guidance makha da Manipur Hockey Academy ma ram athum matamda hangna na ki muddi process hono jage.
The Shirui Lily Festival, a calendar event of the state, has come to an end today at the Bakshi ground in Ukhrul district with traditional programs. Power Minister T.H. Bishwazit has said it is the responsibility for the people of Ukhrul to save Shirui Lily, which is only found in Ukhrul. Speaking on the closing ceremony of the event, Bishwazit said the Shirui Festival is an important festival of the state which gives the chance for every community to come together. He promised to take up the scheme taken up by the Institute of Bioresearches and Sustainable Development IBSD to save Shirui Lily and expressed displeasure that no work to save the flower has been taken up so far. It is up to the people of Ukhrul to save Shirui Lily as no tourist will come to Ukhrul after the flowers stop growing, Minister Bishwazit said. As part of War on Drugs 2.0, Kakching District Commando arrested 2 persons with 502 gram of heroin powder on Friday. The arrested person has been identified as Mang Wan Lian, 30, son of Lun Chian Mang, and Thangau Lian Jo, 27, son of Ning Chin Mang, both the residents of Haika H village, Chakpi Garong. According to police report, a team by Sub-Inspector of Kakching District Commando Robindra Brown detained 2 individuals coming in a Royal Enfield bike from Sero site. During the search, the team recovered 40 soft cases with heroin powder from them, weighing 5.502 gram. The arrested individuals along with the seized items were handed over to Sugno Police Station for further necessary legal actions. Shops owners at Paungna Market has expressed happiness for making changes to the one-way traffic system along Paungna Market Road by the state government following an order by the Transport Department. Speaking to media, one of the shop owners, Soibam Shyam, said instead of the existing one-way traffic from overbridge to Kaishampat side, it will be replaced with one-way traffic from Kaishampat Road along Paungna Market to the north as per the order. He thanked Chief Minister N. Biren, Director of Mahut and Transport and Authorities concerned.
Paungna Bazar ki dukan ki lambi sidaita koi one way traffic assistance tawna wi damda koi dukan mayam mamang da thong lon ba tawki ba magi education changan ki dagi Manipur government ke yana ba por ko dagi koi na order singaya lakwa du ngasi karang dagi koi order si pangjare hana lerami bo one way direction si overbridge de na Kaishampat lom de changnam ba du hojikti Kaishampat lom de na overbridge lom da thok da Manipur government na ayaba pibirak pa sia aduki matik harau jai Manipur da leiba praja singna hana gi phibam adu dagi kitang change to birega more market lapiba matam da Kaishampat lom dagi overbridge lom da lapiran na ba miyam gi mafam da pauding chu pijari.
As per an order issued by the Transport Department, Government of Manipur on May 24, the existing one-way traffic norm, which is from north to south, will be replaced with south to north traffic flow. Taking U-turns opposite to the entry point to Paungna Kaitel at Kaishampat Junction and underneath the BT flyover near Shamu Makong have also been strictly prohibited, the order added. Director of Health Services Dr. K. Rajo warns women not to neglect menstrual hygiene as it leads to risks of many infections. He said this during the observance of World Menstrual Hygiene Day held today at Iboton Sana Higher Secondary School at Uripok, organized by Directorate of Health Services. Students and teachers of the school, along with the staffs of health services, attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, Razo said women must not be disheartened for losing small amount of blood as our body organ is designed to reproduce the blood lost during menstruation. It is natural for women to menstruate and it is important to take care of menstrual hygiene. Emphasizing the need to use good quality sanitary pads, he stresses that students must be well aware of menstrual hygiene. If not, it can affect the reproductive organs and affect the nation building as well as the population. With the advancement in science, new and tough diseases have emerged. As such, every woman must be well aware about menstrual hygiene. He said, even though one must not be afraid of body cramps during menstrual, it is advisable to consult doctors on time. Everyone can get the benefits of advancements in medical science, Razo said.
Hygiene day hygiene never put another palieva. Hygiene is important area. Masi equity menstruation have process, masi anabonate, it is normal physiological phenomenon. Equita Lipi amo in a body masi Hati Latia of possibility. Masi Kashunati Kana Makrana, Masi Tokmatam, Lai Mahunda, Adu Katpayate, the East Rosakan was happy to me, and the Giapo Sporter, Toboko, the Yahon Bayate, Nathan the other plane, Tokbar, Pai, Tombayate, I had a simba, Mams here, Masi Karisukan Natieva. Masi isam saba few amount of blood hekan kwegi normal necessary can also get from Mangzi Kiloaneva. Masina effect to Tawia de Yakwigi Haksang the easy Mangatamda up to 250 ml power to the local for the Sukai.
Now it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Lengsin Birau, Kingdom Educational Institute, All Lambulan, opposite GP Women College, Asida, Ningtin Experience Lairaba, Faculty Singna, Takpi Tambiriba Course Sing, Maruoina, Aviation Gi Makada, Cabin Crew, Ground Staff, Amadi Tourism and Hospitality Management Course, Tambi Ningba Singna, Ngasi Maklaktuna, Tanabiu, Masida Sunatana, Institute Asida, Makal Kuding Maki, Computer Coursing, Tambagi Kudong Chaba, Adusu Pizeri, Kudamoina, Triple C, DCA, Tally with GST, Asina Chingbasing. Loina na, spoken English, spoken Hindi, personality development, interview techniques, Asina Chingbasing, Tambayagani. High-riba coursing asi, Chama da Chama, Tabak Pangnabagi guidelines su, Pizari.
Welcome back. Highlighting the welfare works done by the BJP government at the center in the past 8 years, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that during this period, the government did not do anything, even by mistake, that would make the citizens bow their head. PM Modi on Saturday inaugurated the newly built Matushree KDP multi-speciality hospital in Adkot, Rajkot. Addressing the event, Prime Minister said that the BJP-led NDA government at the center is completing 8 years of service to the nation, and over the years they have given top priority to service to the poor, good governance and welfare of the poor. Following the mantra of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas, they have given a new impetus to the development of the country. PM Modi said the government is running a campaign to make the facilities 100% accessible to the citizens. He also added that in 8 years they made honest efforts to build India of the dreams of Bapu and Sardar Patel. India handed over 25 tons of medical supplies worth over $7 million to Sri Lanka as part of its ongoing efforts to help the island nation combat its worst economic crisis and shortage of medicines. Acting High Commissioner Vinod K. Jacob handed over the donation of more than 25 tons of medical supplies with a value of 260 million Sri Lankan rupees to Sri Lankan Health Minister Kehalia Rambukewala in Colombo. The humanitarian supplies which came on board INS Gharial also include kerosene for use by Sri Lankan fishermen, the High Commission said, adding that these supplies will be distributed among the beneficiaries in the coming days. Meanwhile, the office of the India's Defence Minister tweeted that the INS Gharial, which is in Colombo to deliver critical relief material, got a surprise call from Rajnath Singh, during which he appreciated the efforts of the Indian Navy and emphasized on neighborhood first policy and strong ties with our closest maritime neighbor. China and Russia blocked the UN Security Council from issuing a statement on Friday expressing concern at the violence and serious humanitarian situation in Myanmar and the limited progress on implementing a regional plan to restore peace to the strife-torn Southeast Asian nation, diplomats said. The council was briefed virtually behind closed doors by Cambodia's Foreign Minister Prak Sokhonn, the Special Envoy for Myanmar for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and UN Envoy for Myanmar Novalin Hager on efforts to resolve the crisis in the country since February 1, 2021 military coup. The proposed British drafted press statement, obtained by the Associated Press, stressed the central role of ASEAN in facilitating a peaceful solution to the crisis and reiterated Council members' calls to pursue dialogue with all parties concerned in the interest of the people of Myanmar. Now let's have a quick look at the top stories once again. MLA Joy Kishan suspects huge amount of funds meant for development of TONGBRAM AC misappropriated in the name of non-existent contractor. '24th Foundation Day of Mera Paibi set off to fight intoxicants and to safeguard human rights observed. Lawyer Lakpa Khoirom elected as new president of Manipur Hockey, says initiative being taken to set up hockey academy in state to produce excellent hockey players. And with that, we end today's English News Bulletin. Keep watching Mami TV for latest news updates. Thanks for watching.